So I love the early medieval period. I've been reenacting the early medieval period from the 700s to the 1100s for just about a decade now. And one of my favourite battles, or my favourite battle from the period, is the Battle of Hastings. Now, it's in a geographical location that I don't often look into. I prefer to stay looking at the northwest of England, or Britain, the Irish Sea area. But one of the reasons why I love it so much is because of the Bales tapestry. It was in a period where there's not a lot of written records and depictions and stuff like that, and people are normally scratching around and looking at single pages of manuscripts or a couple of lines here and there. We've got a huge account of the battle in both written records and in the Bales tapestry. Now, I love the Bales tapestry for I really like it. I've went and seen it before, and one of the reasons why I don't like it is because obviously I'm dyslexic, so often reading sources can be hard, where the Bales tapestry is basically like a comic book of the events of 1066 and slightly beforehand. So I really like it because you can look at it and I see exact things and stuff. So what I've always wanted to do is to do an impression where I copy best I can a Saxon warrior off the Bales tapestry. So as I said, I've been reenacting the early medieval period for quite a long time, and every year I go to, or I didn't go last year, but nearly every year I go to the reenactment at Battle Abbey. And about a couple of years ago now, I'm tempted to say about 5 years ago, I bought myself a kite shield. It's a very good kite shield. I don't have quite the camera angle to show all of it. It's got a curve on it. It's got some padding, two straps there. I am left-handed, so this one's set up for the left-handed one. And it is really high quality. I can't remember the guy who got it off. If I remember it, I'll put it in the description. And yeah, it's held up really well. Got a little bit of damage, started to wear a little bit, but it's still in cracking shape. So this is going to be the core basis of that impression as I move forwards and try and put it together. So as reenactors, we don't always get things right, and that's fine. And that when we do, and we're able to, if we realise we haven't got something quite right in an impression, then we can go back and change it, and that's fine. People often will crucify people and find bits wrong. They just might be of not intentionally getting one, which didn't know better. I've got an example of my own here. This is my chainmail hallberg that I've had for about 7 years, maybe 5 years, something like that. About maybe 6 years, I'll say. Longer than the kite shield anyway. And it is made out of butted links. Now, butted links weren't a thing. They didn't have one. As well, I don't think these links are small enough either. So one of the things I'm going to be doing in my impression is getting a new hallberg. I haven't used this one at a show in a while now, but yeah, I'll be getting a new hallberg. My helmet that I regularly use is quite rusty, so I'll have to clean it at some point. Is a 11th century Norman helmet. So time period, it's bob on the Battle of Hastings, but it's I think I'm going to get a new one. There's two reasons. First reason, obviously, I want to do a Saxon impression, so having a Norman helmet probably won't work. Although, yeah, there's some arguments saying they might have had them, but yeah, and because this one's a really nice fit on my head, fits quite tightly, relatively tightly. So there's I can get about a thumb at either side of my helmet. So I don't think that's going to be enough space to put a hallberg on underneath. So when I get a hallberg, I'll try it on, but I don't think it'll be enough to get not a hallberg, sorry, a coif on. I don't think I'll be able to get a coif on underneath it, so I'm probably going to get another one. And I would want, in the Bale tapestry, it appears that they have the Saxon helmets appear to be ones which are made up of plates that are then riveted together. So I'll be wanting to get one like that. That's it. Hopefully I am going to do a more in-depth video on both the Bales tapestry, Battle of Hastings, and one going through my impression and showing bits of it when it comes through. I want to genuinely go through the rest of my impressions at some point, and some of the bits and bobs I have to say where the finds are and what they are doing. I also want to do a couple of videos in the future just about genuinely reenacting, about my opinions on different things within the reenactment community, on authenticity, on fighting, and various bits and bobs as we go along.